Do that?
Yes.
But you just talked, Ryan just had a suggestion to add the RSA, so,
I mean, I can compose an email and see if Sarah will submit it. I mean, it'll just be short and simple. You guys
Yeah,
fine with that?
paraphrasing or
Basically
phrasing.
saying, hey guys, this is the law, please submit this, and here's what we would like, your form, and
okay.
it's basically just line an item in the next 5 years. We only want 5 years.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
the
6
years.
CIP
Over
plan
10,000
looks,
5 years.
the CIP plan looks further ahead, it looks 10 years into the future or even longer.
I
in some
believe we're
cases.
6 years.
However, there's a column in the plan for items that are within the next 5 years.
So I'll ask them for less than 10 years, greater than $10,000.
Yeah, greater, at least 6 years. So the plan is at least 6 years, and we decided 6.
And the purpose here is to help all the departments. We're here to help the town move forward in a organized manner. So we want to help the committees prioritize what they need.
Yeah, and it helps the town plan for the future. Maybe there are some people who don't like the idea of planning, perhaps, but it's good to know what's coming.
Well, it's change, right? Change is hard.
I think that was version 1.
Okay. Give it electronic.
But, since we're kind of talking about it, kind of tying on why I printed off our warrant articles,
Yeah.
is it was brought up about who we actually report to,
Mhm.
where it goes. So to refresh everybody and for the recording, back in 2023 at the annual report, we were warrant article 20, and it read to see if the town shall authorize the selectmen to appoint capital improvement plan committee pursuant to RSA 674:5 to prepare and amend a recommended program of municipality capital improvement projects over the period of at least 6 years. So our plan has to be 6 years, at least. To the sole purpose and effect of the capital improvement program shall be, along with the budget advisory committee, to aid the selectmen in their consideration of the annual budget. Okay, and then to circle back, there was question at our last meeting, well, we don't have to share things with the budget committee. The selectmen created us, so we don't have to share with them, and we don't have to share with the planning board because they didn't create us. Because, you know, the whole creation between the planning board and the select board, well, we don't have to answer to one of them. Well, we can actually pick who we want to include. So in RSA 67:7 in the preparation is ultimately we can pick a board that we want to involve. You can involve anybody. You can involve bare minimum. And my take, and I think the majority on the board, is the more input we have in this, the stronger, the more it's,
Agreed.
this is grafted. This
Yes,
is just
agreed.
not 5 people sitting around giving it to the planning board, and the planning board then giving it to the select board and be like, yay, we have it, and
Right.
it
Agreed.
doesn't go anywhere. This claims. So ultimately, it doesn't matter who creates us, we are created, we get to pick who we want involved. As long as it gets done and follows the RSAs.
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons why I brought those in.
Yep, thank you.
Clarify.
Okay.
Excuse me for a moment, I'm gonna go try to use my phone to find out.
Yes, okay, fine. Okay, are we now ready then to take a look at the plan?
Yeah.
Yep,
Well, so I'll write this email to Sarah. I don't know that we need to do this motion or not, it's up to you guys. But I would further suggest is it would be good, since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 departments and 5 people here, that each of us pick one to go and say, hey guys, look at your email, look at your box, please come. Because it's legal, so if all of us, each person take a department.
We've done that.
Well,
We can pick
well,
the
I
same
mean,
departments and
this
do-
is-
and
this
go
is the
back.
last chance,
Not,
like-
not, yeah.
Anyway,
You-
I'll motion that if you guys want to do it.
I will, yeah, I mean, I would definitely go along with that.
I can certainly go along with that too.
Because Steve, like the transfer station, like they are employees, they're not elected officials, so like
Right.
I think you, not you, the select board has to authorize them to
Right.
Well,
spend time, so that would be my suggestion.
we also already talked about that at the last meeting, that if they're a paid employee,
Yeah.
Right.
I believe you said you would be fine with them being paid for their time to come.
I am fine with a paid employee
Right,
working on their budget.
Mhm.
I don't expect them to do it
Right,
for
right,
nothing.
right. So if they're coming for the hour that we meet, they would get an hour's pay.
You know, and what's gonna happen, I believe, like we did the budget planning, like we did for the budget last year, we had a day-long meeting and
Yes.
people had,
Right.
you were at that.
I attended for a while.
You know, if we do something like that, I just plan on making another statement in the next selectmen's meeting to hopefully tie these points together, or to emphasize them, or to reinforce them, whatever the word I'm looking for here, so that the message goes out. And actually, we're there to help we're here to help the town, we're not here to make decisions for them, we just want them to give us the information so we can have the information they want presented to the town.
Since we're all here and the video's on, we can be very explicit about what departments haven't checked in. It's buildings and grounds, police, ambulance, and transfer. Is that, am I correct per this
Well, if it
spreadsheet?
was building and grounds, that would fall under selectmen, they have checked in.
Okay. So hold on, so that's really 4 of the department heads have checked in. Highway, buildings and grounds, cemetery, and fire station?
Selectmen don't count, they never do.
I think that's right, Ryan.
So police, library, ambulance, and transfer, do you have, like, I don't really know any of the library people, like, I know Jody, but I would reach out to her unless you have a better relationship with them, Paul?
I reached out to them,
You did, okay.
yeah, so I've spoken with them.
I also invited them, and I was told they weren't coming.
Well, I think, per the law, like, I haven't done exhaustive, I'm just looking at this, but I think they probably fulfilled their minimum legal requirement
Yeah,
of,
they
like,
did.
these are the things. They
They
didn't say
did.
the dollar amount, that would be
Yeah,
nice,
Yep,
right?
they did,
Okay.
they did, right.
So we're gonna call them done, or we're gonna push for a dollar amount?
I did ask them, I asked them for dollars.
That's funny.
I wrote the text saying.
Well, I guess, we don't have to motion this, but I'll go talk to Mitchell then, since,
Yeah, so let's go through this list, we still have some yellow items here. And as we go through the list, let's identify for each department, and Sabrina may have an opinion on this too. Sabrina, we were just talking about how maybe we should each pick a department to go back to and ask them to come and speak. Not necessarily, gathering the information like we tried to do before, somewhat successfully, but actually just ask them to come and meet with us.
I thought we weren't gonna beg.
Right, I knew that you were kind of feeling that way.
I
Um,
kind of,
Yeah, it's not really begging, right, we're not really begging them.
I
we're
was just gonna informally talk to them.
Yeah, informally talk to them and say, hey, there's this opportunity.
I mean, it's been a year.
Another good thing.
They know we're here. I kind of agree with Sabrina.
Mhm.
I mean, our meeting has
Yeah, it
not
doesn't need to be
changed.
official, I'll
Yeah.
talk to
No, no, no.
anybody I see.
It's fine. It's just, our meeting
Okay.
hasn't changed.
All right, so before we dive into this, and we have about 15 minutes left before the planning board meeting, so we'll make this fairly quick. I'm feeling like, I feel like we had gotten further along last time, and I'm really wondering if I have the wrong version of this. Does anybody feel like look at the transfer station, for instance. Didn't we fill out costs and dates for the transfer station items? There's so much yellow on
There's
it.
a lot of yellow, I get the feeling we did too, I don't have any of the old copies.
I went through all my hard copies, and I don't find in my hard copies where I made those notes. I'm kind of worried that maybe I handed out my hard copy to somebody previously, that might have been maybe
So,
the others.
and that was Gene that went and spoke to the transfer station.
Transfer, right, that was Jean, right?
Well, would it be in the minutes?
So that's not the public works guys.
Correct.
Yeah, that's.
He's
separate.
highway.
That's correct.
So this is not a direct communication.
Correct.
Correct.
Because I believe it's written down at the transfer station.
Right.
Yeah, so your point is, we don't have it directly from them anyways, so. Okay, well, nobody is kind of remembering that, oh my gosh, Paul, you're missing a whole bunch that we've already done.
No,
Do we want to look in my
I'm the wrong
minutes?
person to ask.
I know you take very good notes, Heather, so you may have, I kind of feel like maybe you even, took down the same numbers I wrote down.
Well, I didn't record it because I knew you were recording it, and that would have been a lot of writing.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Budget, PPP sharing.
Well, so regardless, this is what I have, and if there's a version that was a little bit more complete that we don't now have, I'll apologize, but I went through all of my records, and not on my computer and not on,
We did not talk about it in June.
yeah, okay. All right, so, again, now we've got, 14 minutes left. I had anticipated that we would go through this list one more pass through here. Without, the department heads here, we probably still can't answer these questions about what are the dates needed and what are the estimated costs. So for instance, under highway, the mini excavator with trailer, don't know when we need that.
I think that was a wish item.
That was a wish item, pardon. Yes, it says wish list, good point.
Yep.
Um,
Do we want to put an A, not applicable, because we don't need it, it's a wish item?
Well, I guess this is kind of, where the question becomes, what's going on the plan? Is it, what the department heads tell us they would like, or what they need, their needs versus wants?
Right.
I guess I'm not really sure.
Well, I think we got a lot of needs for, within the 6 years.
Yes, it felt like these were mostly needs. That one is a wish list item.
So we can put that one out to 2030? So we can put it outside? Because I don't know what Steve thinks, but.
Yeah,
I'm
again,
just-
we're
I'm just
kind of,
looking at the dates for the highway, there's a couple of, I guess there's a typo about the highway garage is, date needed by 7/22,
That's-
1905, that must be for the old one we had.
that's Excel for you. I keep trying to put in the real date, and it keeps putting that in.
Oh, the furnace, okay, yeah,
Uh,
7/18, 1905.
I tried to fix that, and it just wasn't working. I'm not that much of
You'd
an
be
Excel.
famous, Paul, if you could time travel.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know what the real date was there. So we've got the mini excavator, we've got the furnace. I was under the impression that that was coming up soon.
The furnace at the highway department, it was just inspected. We have to have those things inspected by the state. And he was saying it doesn't think it's gonna pass next year.
Okay, so 2026, it really has to happen, right? It says lead time 2026. Or date
So the
needed.
safety,
And then once again, because there's been a lot of change at the highway department, things break down, things change. We just got that used grader last year, now we're looking at a $50,000 repair bill on it. So, some things that change on the fly, changes because of our limited resources, changes your plan overall. The roadside mower, for example, I think when we talked about it, we were told by the former road agent, nobody wants to work on it, it's not fixable. He's been mowing the sides of the roads for a month now because we have a mechanic down there who was able to fix it. Having the mechanic was a wise investment
Yeah,
and very fortunate that the town found one.
so does that no longer need to be on the list? It's still old.
It's old and it needs to be replaced, but because everything is old and we have other issues down there, I don't know if 2026 is the right date for that.
So, I'm gonna make a note under comments that says
So that would mean it would be on the warrant for next year, and I don't see that, so I would move it, I'd kick it up at least a year. Because it's gonna be something else,
The roadside mower?
yeah.
to
Now,
2026.
Sam might not agree with me, and, I would have to defer to him, but that's how I would see it.
Okay, kind of moving on down the list, we move down to buildings and grounds, the town hall floor, which I see is
Yeah, that's, it got a yellow there, and the town hall floor,
Right,
it is,
it's right.
we're sitting in it right now, aren't we? See,
Yes, we are.
we put some nice stripes on the floor for the town. And we have somebody working on that, working with grants, that's Gretchen Renee. She's been doing a lot of work with this building, had a lot to do with us doing the new drainage on the side.
Nice.
And a couple of things that she was looking at was the vapor barrier that we thought was the next step, but that turned out to be so costly that I don't know if it is. Then we were talking about the floor. So she was talking about the floor at our past, selectmen's meeting. And she's getting prices for it now, so I don't have a cost on
Okay.
that.
But she's also looking for grants, right?
She's looking for grants and, but
That's,
grants aren't easy to find and we have,
and that's what our note says. Our note says Gretchen Renee's working on a grant. We have an estimated cost of $50,000. We don't have a date. So is that something we want to do in 2026, 2020?
Well, I would say 2026.
Yeah. Okay. The rec field drainage.
Yeah, that's it. No, somebody was talking about that. Who was talking about that?
Ed Grinley, it
Okay.
came from Ed Grinley.
So he was here representing the rec department.
He wasn't here.
It wasn't
Yeah,
here.
I don't.
We heard it.
Because I'm the wrong person to ask as far as the rec field drainage, because I know that
Was it from,
several years ago, Bob Bassett addressed a lot of the rec field drainage by raising up the road and putting a culvert in.
Okay.
And I haven't really noticed, and once again, I don't work the rec field, so I don't think that's going,
Hasn't flooded in a while, is
it
what you're
hasn't
saying.
flooded in a while, so I don't know if that's a good one for 2026, that might be better for 2027.
Mhm.
But when I spoke to Ed Grinley, or somebody said they referred to it as duck pond.
I do know that in the spring, the ducks,
It's wet down there.
it's wet, and the ducks like it down there in the spring.
It's a floodplain.
Yeah.
I think that, trying to mitigate that water in the, when in the spring, when it's high, it's gonna be really, I think it would be pretty difficult to do. I don't know what the plan is.
Yep.
But I know it dries off, and we
Think so,
have our
too.
event there for the Independence Day. We don't have an issue with drainage at all during the summer.
Right.
When the field's used.
Yeah. Nobody has it right now.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so we'll move that to 2027. Playground structure.
Once again, Ed must have been talking about this. I'm not familiar what he has in mind for a playground.
You haven't
structure.
spoken with it, is that right, Sabrina?
Yes, I have.
Do you recall what he was thinking there for the playground structure? Was he saying it's imminent or
He wants to expand it,
expanded? Okay,
so there is an
expanded.
existing.
And that's what he was thinking, was $15,000 to $30,000 to expand it. Expand existing.
And I wouldn't put that in 2026. I'd put that, I'd kick it off a year to 2027. Is that where we just put the
Well, it
drainage?
doesn't go to the 5-year, because it hasn't been directly communicated.
right.
I'll talk to Ed if there's somebody interested in double asking, triple asking.
Okay, I don't know why the skate park is not listed there in yellow. Oh, because I guess I wrote a note that said, I guess our feeling was that we wanted to confirm via the updated master plan that it was actually something that
And that would be
townspeople
part of it.
people wanted.
Yeah,
Part of it,
well-
report.
It's not in the master plan, I would say, but it
Right.
doesn't mean we can't put it in this plan.
But
Right.
it didn't
But it
come
would
from
fit.
a department head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the skate park came from, and
Somebody's
it sounds like
idea.
a wish
It was
list.
somebody's idea.
It's a wish list thing, and I
It was a wish list
don't know the cost, and
If it's not from a department head, I feel like it shouldn't
Yeah,
be on
agreed,
our
yeah.
list.
Right, so I'm gonna leave it on this list, I'm not gonna put it on the 5-year.
Right.
Is that,
Um,
you're still uncomfortable with that?
I am,
Sounds like.
just because it's not.
It was
the
one
job of
person's,
the
it was one
people
person's
who
idea.
sit here to make it, because we could say, swimming pool,
Yeah, right,
but it didn't come from anybody
Well,
who is
Right.
I
hired to
agree with
make
that,
that
but,
decision.
you know, being this is building and grounds, and I'm 1/3 of the select board, that's who's gonna make that decision.
So buildings and grounds is really the selectmen.
I would say so.
Yep, selectmen.
They make the final call on that.
Yep, okay.
Under the rec committee has no.
Under capital expenditures, the rec committee just, I mean, they could recommend, it's gotta go through the selectmen, because once again, the rec committee is an unelected body.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, but it's appointed by elected officials, right?
it's appointed by the select board, yeah.
But
Okay.
State Park did not come from the rec, did not come from.
I don't know where it came
anybody.
from.
I remember.
Somebody was in here talking about it.
I remember where it came from, and it was one person's idea. It didn't seem like it was anybody else's
Jean
idea.
brought it up, that's
Jean
what
brought
I
it
hear.
To
So I
circle,
put on the list.
to circle back, it does go into the draft of master plan, expand the town parks and recreational facilities.
Sure.
So
Got it.
there we go.
Getting a state
In-
park.
In general, but not specifically.
Right, well, that's the goal, overall goals in the master plan is to expand the town parks and recreational. And that would expand
That would do
recreational.
that.
Speak to Ed about it, see what his,
Agreed. All right,
I mean,
we're gonna
actually-
leave it as an unknown for
In
now.
my opinion.
No
the
champion.
Basketball court.
No change.
basketball
That's a good
court
way
is
to officially change it for.
new.
All right. We have a few minutes left, so, police, seems like we have that pretty flushed out.
well, hold on, because we got the libraries,
I'm talking police.
right, but the buildings and grounds, they have buildings.
Oh, yes, I had listed library here under buildings and grounds, but now I have a separate line item for library, because
Oh,
we
okay.
actually
You
heard
strike
too much.
that?
Yeah, so let's just strike it from buildings and grounds, is that logical?
That's
Yeah,
logical.
that's logical.
Or does it, Steve, does it fall under the purview of the selectmen too?
Tell them to start that.
I'm not going there.
Okay.
But it doesn't- you know, the library is semi-autonomous.
I
They
understood
make a
that.
lot of their own decisions, and so I definitely would defer to them.
Okay, fair enough. All right, police is pretty well flushed out, it looks
But
like.
not a direct communication.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him, because I had an informal conversation with him before I was part of this board, and it sounded like half of this he didn't agree with.
So-
Police?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I did invite Chief Mitchell
okay,
to come,
okay.
and
But if you're willing to go talk to
I mean,
him,
yeah.
show him this list and have him. I added a lot of these things in gray are budget items. They're
They're not-
$1,000.
yes.
They're not capital
They're
improvements.
not graded into.
I added them to the list because there was somebody here who had gone and spent a lot of time
Yep.
getting information from him, but they don't belong on this list.
Good.
So I'm gonna remove them from the list.
Sounds good.
I want the capital improvements, that's what I want on this list.
and it's good to have a record of it.
Yeah, it just belongs on another list
Yeah.
somewhere, someplace else. It belongs on the budget list, not my list, not this capital improvement list.
So this is not being published,
Well, it should be at some point.
but after we've,
Yes, the 6-year plan would be the one that published, not this.
okay. So we're publishing the one where department heads have actually made.
Yes.
Yeah, and we had originally said, when we started our work over a year ago, that we would do that by the spring. And so we're a bit behind schedule.
Well, we,
That's why I'm getting kind of anxious that, maybe there are people out there who are saying, where's your plan, perhaps.
So to speed that up, since we only have 2 minutes, like if I sit and talk to Mitchell and he transmits this to me,
Mhm.
transmit to the board or committee, like
Yep.
if he transmits it through me to the committee, is that good enough? Like I don't wanna chase down everybody and, beg, but like,
That's a good
if I'm
question.
there and he wants to do it, and we can
That's a good
make
question,
it
Ryan.
10 minutes.
What do-
It would be
afterwards.
fine, it'd be better if you put it in writing, and
Yeah.
make a little, just a note, or it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be.
I guess I'd like it in writing.
Okay,
I would be happy if he gave that information to you.
okay, I can follow it up with an email, and if he says yes, then I guess.
Yeah, I'd like it
I'm
written.
not volunteering to do this with everybody all the time, but like we've already had an informal discussion.
I'd like it in writing.
Okay, all right,
I think having these things in writing would be good.
okay.
All right.
And that would be from all departments, right?
Transfer.
Or in person.
Transfer appears to be, we have a list, but we don't have any dates and we don't have any costs. So that's the big weekly right now.
I motion to make the select board make the transfer station. It's a joke.
Get in here. I'll talk to Rick.
You'll talk to Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm making a note, or Heather's making a note that Steve, this one's Steve's, Just so when I come back next month, you can say, Steve, what did you,
And I'll give you a full report.
great.
We'll talk to Rick, right?
New municipal building, let's leave that off the list for right now. Fire station, we're pretty good on, but there's still a fair amount of yellow. I'm a little surprised, because this is the part where I was saying, we met with, Alan, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, and, didn't we flush this out?
Yeah, I took some detailed notes, if you wanna work offline,
Okay,
On
if you feel like you've got.
because I feel like I have some of these, but I'd have to go check.
Okay,
my
all right,
detailed
yeah,
notes.
let's,
That was
The
some time
engine
ago.
pumper lease to buy and grant, that's something we're looking at getting, because that's in addition to the fleet, because we never replaced the one that we got rid of
mhm,
many years
okay.
ago. So, date needed, I don't know what we want to put there, because again, we're looking at grants, and, well, at least buy would be my last option.
You're talking about what,
The engine pumper?
the engine pumper, that the one that they said that
Yeah.
we used to have two, now we only have one.
Yeah, because it was never replaced.
Well, let's see
You
what
know,
Ryan
Alan's
has
talking
in his
about
details.
trying to put that on the ballot this year,
Well,
so that might, he's got, there's a lot going on there right now, and, there's an awful lot. And so, Alan's trying to get everything that he can, so I'm not sure how he stands on putting that on for 2026 or kicking it off later. I know he wanted it immediately, but now he's thinking, there's so many needs that he has, when's the best time?
I think that might be a little later unless we actually get a grant.
okay, so I want to
That's
assign,
my feeling too, but
Yeah.
no one,
I want to assign the category of fire station to one of us. Ryan, is that you through your notes?
I mean, yeah, like we can
So you do have,
have a conversation, maybe we should try that first.
yeah, okay, so,
See
so
what
I
it's saying.
knew that we had done this, and, so I'm gonna say with Ryan, you and I
Yeah, we can dig it out and see
Recreate.
where we're at.
can recreate what we heard.
What did we
before.
put for the engine pumper? Do you have a date for that on there?
No.
Okay, engine pumper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Engine/pumper, 2026, 700K Kenworth, but I crossed out engine pumper and it says engine only.
It would be the lease to buy grant one, that's 500 to 900,000.
Yeah, since I wasn't on the committee, I probably just
No, but that's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
averaged that
that's a
to
big item to
700.
go onto the,
it's a very
There's
standard,
tanker one,
I mean, all,
3,000 gallons? No. Yeah.
all of these items are big, expensive items.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I-
there was a 3,000 gallon, 1,500 pump for 700K as well? Anyway.
Yeah, maybe between your notes,
Yeah,
I can fill it in, and then maybe we can go back to Alan and
And then Paul,
And have-
ambulance should move underneath the ambulance.
say that again?
The ambulance should move underneath the ambulance.
Oh, yes. So take it off of fire.
And move out here.
Okay, we're a couple minutes over, but I'm not seeing the planning board here
it
yet.
doesn't look like the planning board is gonna meet, did
Oh,
you hear anything? I know you're disappointed.
All right, so,
Me too.
cemetery, we had, cemetery stone wall at Grafton Center for 2030.
So we said $10,000, that was based on like an ed gut feel and kind of all of our gut feels, so
Bare minimum.
yeah, like we kind of just don't know.
And repair of headstones?
I think that would all be under 10K, so probably not even part of this based on that.
So it's not a capital improvement.
I would say it's not, what do you think?
It depends how many we're doing for.
Well, yeah, sure. Yes.
And
I
think
can't contemplate doing that by like appropriation. Yeah.
I will write
So
not,
I would get rid of repair
Yeah,
expense.
repair headstones.
okay, not capital improvement, I'll say.
But I'm not the department head, Heather is.
Yep, okay. I think that's wrong, very Ambulance, we're flushed out.
Yeah, that's good.
Library, so
Oh.
we heard that, we missed the communication with the library, and I reached out to Andrew Cushing because I had done some work for the library some time back. And I said, we haven't heard from the library committee. That's when he forwarded the email to me saying, yes, you did, you should have got this back in May. So what I heard was what you reiterated, which is we need a bathroom, we need parking, we need handicapped accessibility, and we need additional space. I reached out back to them and said, can you provide us dates, and can you provide us approximate costs for these things? I have not heard back.
Some of those are gonna be tough. A bathroom, they can give a cost. I don't know what they mean by handicapped accessibility, because there's a ramp there, but there's probably many other issues, I would imagine, in an old building like that. Additional space, I mean, it goes back to the library discussion again.
They don't really have room there, right,
And-
to expand? Is
and
that
they-
what I understand?
No, they have room to expand.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe not to the extent that
They would like,
they would like.
Yep.
And as far as the parking goes, I know that they feel that the parking is an issue, and if it's busy there, people have to park on the street.
But they
I don't
have a
know how
right
we-
to submit dollar values for these things,
Yeah.
like every other department.
everybody else has done so. So I've asked them for that. I've said I need dollars and I need time frame.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna address the parking without a new building, because there's no
I
place to
don't want a
park.
library to wait.
That's right.
Okay, so let me just go back. Highway,
Paul, before you go back.
Yep.
Underneath ambulance, you wanna add a Lucas device.
I want to add what?
A Lucas device.
You're gonna have to spell that one.
Lucas, as in spelled the name and device.
Lucas,
Wasn't he on gun smoke? No, rifleman.
Lucas device.
Yes, we just appropriated one. We paid it with the revolving account, and it's $23,000. So probably 2030, but it would be
Replace.
$23,000 to replace.
23,000.
Yes, sir.
They go by that fast, 5 years.
Okay.
Is it right there?
Aren't there three of us for the planning board?
Yeah. Yeah. So we heard that Angus is not available, right? Right.
So you guys got a form?
So we have a forum, we have a meeting.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, before we break up, so I just want to make sure that I have the names. Who was it that we said was speaking to Highway?
Speaking to who?
Highway.
I'll speak to the highway.
Okay, so that's Steve.
I thought we were good.
Yes, we are,
Okay.
largely good.
Because things shifted around because of the way, these costs that crop up all of a sudden.
Okay, yeah.
I think it would still be good, to show them this and say,
I will
this
take it
is,
right to them.
this is what we have. This
And
is
while I'm down there, I'll talk to Rick too at the transfer station.
Buildings and grounds, the selectmen are doing
And
that.
I'll bring this to the select board meeting and I'll discuss all the line items on there.
Police, you said Ryan, you would.
I'll speak to Mitchell since I've already got informed.
Ryan.
You want a spare copy for the
Sure.
transfer station?
And Steve, you said you were talking transfer.
Transfer.
Fire station,
I'll talk to the fire
you and
station.
I, Ryan, are gonna compare notes.
okay,
get you up to
Yeah,
date.
that sounds good.
Cemetery, we're good on. Ambulance, we're good on. Library, I will speak further with the library folks.
And I'm not on that list, but
You're gonna work
I
on,
did find the previous communication.
yeah, so you're gonna work on the form, getting the form to Sarah. Sarah's gonna get
Or you'll send it to me and then I'll
Oh, yes, okay.
submit it.
Yeah, I was just looking at this list in particular.
You're a good committee member, man.
Okay,
Take this
let me just take a look at our agenda, just to see what's left. All right, we talked about, so review and confirm the items approved in the 5-year plan. We formulated a plan on which ones, we're only gonna move the ones to the 5-year plan that we hear from department heads on. Grants, we heard that a few folks are working on grants, Jeannie, and also Gretchen Renee.
And myself.
And Mitchell,
No, myself.
and yourself, yes, thank you.
For fire department.
Yes, okay, perfect. All right, so that takes